Hey guys, so in this video, I want to talk about the 3 investing books I most recommend. Starting off with number 3 is The Little Book of Common Sense Investing by John Bogle. Now, this is the book I usually recommend to somebody who's just getting into investing because it talks about index funds and broad-based passive investing. So the least risky type of investing somebody can do. So this is why when somebody's just getting into investing, I'm like, hey, you can start off with this one. This is a pretty good read. So John Bogle is the founder of Vanguard. So Vanguard is like BlackRock. They have index funds, ETFs, so broad-based, passive, low-cost investment vehicles. Now, through his discussion here, because he's obviously pushing index funds, through his discussion about index funds here, you learn a lot about, historical returns, diversification across asset classes, market efficiency, also about fees. A lot of people who are just getting into investing, they start off with mutual funds, and there's a great discussion about, fees in mutual funds and how you could be leaving a lot of money on the table if you have mutual funds compared to, ETFs or index funds. So highly recommend this one, regardless of your activity level in the financial markets. Now, that being said, at number 2, I have One Up on Wall Street by Peter Lynch. Now, Peter Lynch had one of the best performing portfolios in history. He was a portfolio manager at Fidelity. Now here, we're stepping away from passive and we're getting more into active investing, right? So stock selection. So investing, but making your own decisions, buying, selling stocks. Now, what I like about this specific book compared to other books, a lot of people recommend The Intelligent Investor. I find this as a very bland book, a very boring read, very hard read compared to this. So this one, while you are learning about fundamentals, so earnings per share, future earnings, dividends, a bunch of these things, you're also learning about how, as an individual investor, you can spot opportunities in your day-to-day life by being attentive. What products am I using? What do I see the market going towards? So it's very well balanced between learning some fundamentals and then at the same time getting, tips and tricks for individual investors and getting your, learning about more active investing and stock selection. So highly recommend this book. That's my number 2 here. Now, my number 1 favorite investing book at the moment is Broken Money by Lynn Alden. Now, unlike the other books that discuss funds or stocks, here we're taking a step back and we're talking about the subject of money itself. Because at the end of the day, all investments are accounted for in terms of units of money, and changes in money impact all investments. So this book doesn't only talk about the history of money, but how money actually works right now in our current monetary system, how it's created at the Federal Reserve level, on the balance sheet, how it's settled between countries. It also discusses risks and issues with our current monetary system, about changes that are happening because of technology. There's a part of the book at the end that discusses Bitcoin, stable coins, CBDCs, so the future potential of money, and with that, risks and opportunities that could be happening in the near term. This is a brand new book. It was published in 2023, so 2 years ago. Compared to the other books, Bogle's book was published in 2007, and Peter Lynch's book was published over 35 years ago. So this is a relatively new book. It's a 4.8 star book on Amazon for a 500-page finance book. That's rare, So I think this book is a must-read if you're investing right now. So that's it. These are 3 books that I highly recommend if you are investing. And I'll see you guys in the next video.